Hello and welcome, friends, to our Garmin eTrex 10 user guide. GeoJibby with you today, and we're going to look at this wonderful little GPS's main features and give you an overview. So what we're going to cover today are the menu on the GPS and its customization, the satellite screen, how to read it, how to mark a waypoint, how to use tracks, how to use the trip computer, how to use the map, how to use the compass, how to use routes, and geocaching. We're not going to cover every single feature that this GPS has, just the basic ones, the main ones. There's other videos on YouTube that cover the other features that this GPS has. So we're just going to take a quick look at the actual unit itself, a physical overview. It's got 5 buttons and a little analog joystick. So the first button that we're looking at is the back button. It allows you to back out of a function. It allows you to jump to the next page in a selection. Now the joystick is how you navigate menus. So you move up, down, left, and right, and you can press in for enter. The other button on the side here is the light button. You hold to turn it on or off, so it's a power button, and you press it quickly for the backlight settings. The menu button on the left side of the unit functions like a right click on a mouse on a computer. It reveals the different submenus that exist for the different functions of the GPS. And then at the top, there are 2 buttons for up and down. These are like page up and page down on a computer, and they also zoom the map in and out. All the different features of the GPS are accessed through these tiles. Think of them as like individual apps inside the GPS. You can scroll through them using the joystick, and you can go into the setup and then to page sequence, and you can pick which functions you want to have in a little submenu that is easy to navigate, and you just press the back button to scroll through those different functions that you put into that quick menu. It's really handy to have those as shortcuts to the things you want more frequently, rather than having to go through the whole menu to find what you want. The satellite screen shows you your coordinates and where the satellites are that are overhead of your position. The graphic in the upper right is actually like an upside down bowl, where the mouth of the bowl is on the horizon line, and up above you at 45-degree angle is the other small circle. And that just shows you where in the sky the satellites are above you. Now in the system menu, there's a few more features that help to boost the signal of the GPS, or at least increase the accuracy. There's WAS/EGNOS, and there's also GLONASS, and those are just really fancy terms for making the GPS better. So I recommend you turn these things on. Marking a waypoint means saving a location, saving the coordinates of a place you want to return to, such as your car or the trailhead or your home. Make sure you mark that location, save it, so that you can always go back. When you press Mark a Waypoint, it shows you your geographical coordinates, which you can edit if you want. You can also record a note, you can rename the waypoint, and you can also change its icon, which is displayed on the map. All of your saved waypoints can be accessed through the Waypoints Manager app. You can scroll through them and select one and either display it on the map or click Go to navigate to that waypoint. One last thing I wanted to talk about was waypoint averaging, which is another app in the GPS that allows you to hone in on a set of coordinates, so it averages your location over a specific period of time, and it gives you greater accuracy of the recorded coordinates. GPS tracks are like a digital version of Hansel and Gretel's breadcrumbs that they left to find their way back out of the forest. The advantage is the birds don't eat your digital breadcrumbs, so you'll always be able to find your way back. You can save your tracks after you've made them, which is really great if you want to return to an area, or if you want to chronicle a hike that you went on, or even share them online. The other really important feature with tracks is the track back function. That allows you to retrace the steps that you took on the way getting someplace. So it's really great if you are, say, on a hike and you run out of light and you have to retrace your steps in the dark, and now the GPS can see in the dark. So it's a really, really great feature. Just select Current Track from the Waypoints Manager, scroll down to View Map, and then select the Track Back feature. On to the Trip Computer. The Trip Computer shows you statistics and information about your outdoor activities. You can customize the Trip Computer in like a million different ways. Hitting the menu button brings up the submenu. You can have small numbers, you can have big numbers, you can change the data fields, and there's a zillion different options, which is amazing. You can also change the dashboards, which is kind of like a theme for the Trip Computer. They have these dashboards for recreation and geocaching and compass. There's something for everybody here. You can just choose whatever you like. You can also reset this to bring back everything to 0 so that you can restart your hikes or your walks and record all your statistics. Very handy. The eTrex 10 comes with a worldwide base map, which is basic. It really doesn't have very much on it. It has some boundary lines for countries and states and provinces, those kinds of things, and some main roads, but that's about it. There's not any detail to be seen on this map. Also, this unit doesn't allow any additional maps to be installed. It doesn't have the SD card slot for expansion maps or topographic maps, so the base map is what you get. You can zoom in and out on the map with the arrow buttons, and hitting the menu button allows you to set up the map. You can customize whether it is north up or track up, or if you want to have any data fields displayed on the map. And that's it. The compass is pretty simple and straightforward, displaying your directions. It's important to note that on the eTrex 10, you have to be moving for the compass to work. You can configure the compass to display information such as distance to your destination if you're navigating to a waypoint. Hitting the menu button allows you to customize the data fields and also to change the dashboard or the themes of the compass. So if a track is where you were, a route is where you are going. This can be from point A to point B, or it can be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, however many points you want to make. The eTrex 10 allows you to create routes using various waypoints or cities or points on the map, you name it. You just go to Route Planner and create route. Then you add in your destinations. It is easier to use Garmin's Basecamp software to construct your routes, and you can even convert a track into a route in Basecamp. This is useful if you want to download a route that someone else has made and then follow that route on your GPS, such as a hike or a day trip. There's lots of websites available that host routes that you can download and save to your eTrex 10. Check out hikingguy.com to find an example of this. One other note is that with the eTrex 10, you cannot do turn-by-turn direction routing. That requires a GPS unit that has maps. Geocaching is using billion-dollar government satellites to find Tupperware in the woods. It's a really fun modern-day treasure hunting game using GPS technology. A person hides a container known as a geocache filled with fun items and a logbook, and then posts the coordinates to that location on the geocaching.com website. Other people then download those coordinates and try to go out and find the geocache. It's a lot of fun for both young and old, and a really great way to get into using your GPS more. The eTrex 10 does a great job of what's called paperless geocaching, the ability to download geocaches and save them into the GPS device. You can go to the geocaching menu and then just pick one of the geocaches that you would like to go and find, and then it has all the information about the geocache printed right there that you can read it, such as the description, or the hint, or the other logs from other geocachers who have tried to find it before you. Once you've found the geocache in the physical world, you go back onto the online world on geocaching.com and log your find and share your experiences. So that wraps up our user guide video. I hope it helps you to see how incredibly capable this little GPS is. Thanks again for watching, and happy navigating.